We have a website, CPC 2019. It's at www.cpc2019.org, and the email is ugandasecretariat@cpc2019.org. Now, I would like to share with you the details of our preparations. I've already told you about the numbers expected and the theme of the conference, but it's important for you to hear about the other preparations. First, we have sent out invitation packs, both by email and hard copies, to eligible branches. Only branches that have paid their membership fees in full will be permitted to send participants to the conference. However, branches in default who have paid by 28th of June will be allowed to participate. As of 31st May 2019, 70 branches out of 167 invitations had confirmed their plans to participate in the 4th CPC. 120 individual participants have registered for the conference. It is important to note that as of now, most of the confirmations are from India, Australia, and the Canada regions. We have the least response from Africa, Asia, and Pacific regions. A number of branches recently went through general elections and have requested for more time to confirm their participation and submit the details of their delegations. The branches in question are the Federal India, South Africa, the main legislature, and the Federal Assembly in Nigeria. Of course, the branches have been sending in their information. We have a draft program developed and uploaded to the CPC website. It captures all the conference meetings and activities which include, among others, the opening ceremony, dinners, excursions, meetings and workshops. We request to look at this program when you organize any side activities for your delegations to avoid collision. Your Excellency, I require to know that the opening ceremony will be on 26 September 2019 at 10 a.m. at Speak Resort Munyonyo. His Excellency, the President has agreed to come and officiate at the opening ceremony, and of course, all of you are invited. On accommodation, Parliament has elected 20 hotels for the participants for ease of coordination, transportation, security management, and protocol services. We requested all participants to fill and return their accommodation reservation form by 14th June for planning and coordinating conference logistics. So your legislators still have time to confirm their accommodation. In line with the new modalities for hosting the CPC, all participants of the conference shall meet their accommodation costs. Delegates are advised to directly book their accommodation with the hotels of their choice from the list provided. We have negotiated special discount rates and secured them for the delegations who will have booked by 14th June. Branches have varying entitlements for number of participants in terms of delegates and secretariat to attend the conference. But if there are branches that which send more participants than the 5, the fees should be remitted to the host branch by Friday, 14th June. These fees contribute to conference logistics like transport, lunches, dinners, water, tea, excursion, entertainment, bags, t-shirts, caps, printed documents, and stationery. On transport and protocol, the Parliament of Uganda will provide transport and protocol services from the time of arrival of the delegates at the airport to the time of their departure. Delegates will be transported from the airport to the accredited hotels they booked. Transport will be available for all participants from their accredited hotels to venues of the conference, to meetings, dinners, and other activities. Each branch will be assigned a protocol officer to serve the delegates during the conference. We are providing chauffeur-driven cars with lead cars for the speakers of the national parliaments. Other participants shall be provided with shared transport and the schedules will be displayed and issued from time to time. On security and accreditation, all participants will be accredited as Speak Resort Munyonyo and issued with conference and security passes. Enhanced conference security will be provided at the conference venue, the accredited hotels, and other areas where participants shall visit during their stay in Uganda. And of course, we shall have a hospitality desk in each hotel to assist the delegates. On dinners and entertainments, Parliament has planned for dinners for participation as follows. 24th of September 2019, at Lake Victoria Serena Hotel, there will be dinner for the Executive Committee, the CWP, and the small branches delegates. On the 26th of September 2019, we shall have a welcome dinner here at Parliament. On the 27th September 2019, there will be a state dinner for the speakers, the heads of delegations, members of the CP Executive Committee, hosted by His Excellency the President. Members of the SOCAT will have their dinner at Ndede Troop Cultural Center. There will be a farewell gala for all participants on the 28th September 2019 at Speak Resort Munyonyo. We are marketing this country, so there will be excursions. There will be, among others, Kampala City Tour, the source of the Nile and Kaguru Hills, and the tour to the equator. Participants have been advised to choose two options in order of preference. Consideration will be given to those who apply first. So all this should be, the excursion forms should be returned equally by the 14th of June. We are working out a program for the spouses and the children to be provided in due course. Emergency and first aid medical services. Emergency and first aid services shall be available to all the participants. However, the cost of treatment of conditions other than those that are routine and minor will be borne by the participants. We are advising the participants to have travel medical insurance. Visas and vaccinations. Countries that do not enjoy reciprocal arrangements with Uganda are advised to apply for visas online at visa application portal www.visas.immigration.go.ug and receive an approval notification. The visa will be endorsed in their passport at the point of entry. But as a backup, the government will issue additional letters so that the airlines do not stop the travelers from coming to Uganda. So there will be a backup letter from the government of Uganda. Note that people traveling to Uganda must receive vaccination against yellow fever at least 10 days prior to travel. Your Excellencies, it's always a pleasure to see you. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation. And for us, this is very, very important. It will require strong collaboration, commitment and partnership between Your Excellencies and the Parliament of Uganda. So if you do receive phone calls and more letters, it is in an effort to fulfill our dream of giving you a very, very wonderful 64th CPC conference in Uganda. Thank you very much, and enjoy your breakfast.
Good morning to you. I'm Bintu Jalia Awoli, the chairperson of Uganda branch, Commonwealth Parliamentary Association. You are welcome to Parliament. And I would like to take this opportunity to open the session, the question and answer session, or any observation or comment. I've already received one that you need the speaker's remarks, and we are going to organize. You will be availed with these remarks. So the Secretariat, please take note so that our visitors can access the remarks. Yes, I'm waiting to say, let's use by show of hands. And if everything is okay, because I know we are very due with the packs, information pack. That's the information pack which we sent out to all the parliaments. It has detailed information of the requirements by the delegates. And it's a standardized pack which CPA use.
Madam Speaker, for inviting us this morning. My name is Eli Karuhanga. I'm the Consul General of the Republic of Seychelles in Uganda. And my Honorable Pupa, please let me speak. Honorable Bini. Sorry, yeah. I am here, of course, in my capacity as a diplomat for Seychelles, but I cannot hide the fact that I'm very pleased to see you standing there, Honorable Bindu, as a person who is in charge of the whole of this arrangement, you and the Speaker. As you know, I think I met you in here in Parliament in NRC. So you are one of the oldest members of Parliament Uganda has today. So I suppose that we should clap for her because I'm very excited.
Thank you for those wonderful comments.
Yeah, I happen to be lucky because when I was here in Parliament, I also was a member of the CPA, and I traveled to very many conferences, and I saw how they were organizing, and I always wished that one day that would happen to our country. So this is very, very, very important moment for us to celebrate the arrival of parliamentarians of the Commonwealth in our country. There are many. I'm told about 2,000. So, what my question is, how much is the involvement of the private sector and the public of Uganda in this arrangement? Because what I really would like to advise is that don't get your colleagues in Parliament, come here, you all speak English. Each member of Parliament will grab one or two friends and you will be with them until they go back. And then you forget that in fact your constituents would have also loved to meet these people and give an impression of Uganda in a different and representative way, in a different business-like way. For example, the private sector foundation and all the other chambers should find space to come and make a presentation about Uganda. Uganda Manufacturers Association. Because those people, when they come, they will be the ambassadors of Uganda abroad. Now I see people, Manufacturers Association here, I see all sorts of chambers, and I would like to find accommodation for them to interact with our visitors. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Consul for Seychelles and all of you. First, the private sector is involved in preliminary work of accommodation, because all these hotels are not government hotels, so the private sector will be hosting our guests. We are planning to have a series of talks and lectures, so we shall find some room for the private sector. But we're also going to invite the ordinary people, especially the artisans, to come and have a market and an exhibition at the site of the venue and probably at the other hotel, so that those who don't want to go to downtown can get the items they want on site. So they will be there. And then, of course, when we go for the excursions, we're encouraging our people to be at the site of the excursion, so that those who have something to market, those who want to have a chat with them, those who want to eat nyama choma with them, will be able to do so. So to that extent, we shall be working with the private sector.
Madam Speaker and other distinguished guests, at the airport, we have an in-house organizing committee that comprises of all the stakeholders. So in our plans, we have organized 3 operational centers. We shall have the VVIP lounge, which we have organized for our guests, special guests who will come with special flights. And this is a facility that is fully fledged, that will have immigration and customs, and will facilitate all the delegates that will come with special flights on that day, during that period. Our other operational center will be the VIP lounge, and this will be for speakers, MPs, and other VIPs. These ones will be received and facilitated through the VIP lounge. We have a team that we mobilized from our internal capacity at the airport that will be of assistance through that venue. We also plan to have a hospitality desk at the arrivals, where we'll also have ushers and attendants who will be helping our guests who will come through the normal channels. Through this hospitality desk, the guests will be met just before the immigration, and they'll be guided to the dedicated counters. We are working together in our in-house committee, organizing committee with immigration, and they are promised to have dedicated counters. So these guests will be met just before immigration, and they will be led to the dedicated counters, after which they will be taken through immigration, customs, and then to the hospitality desk, where they will be led to their transport. And we continue to meet as an airport with other stakeholders, including airlines, security agencies. We have broken into subgroups. We have a subgroup on security, and the one on security will be handling parking, traffic management, and guidance. We have the one with the handlers, ground handling agencies, and this one will be handling luggage for both VIPs and the one using the normal channels. We have another subcommittee that will be handling healthy. They'll be working with healthy. We'll have a healthy desk to help our guests through healthy procedures at the airport. We are working with the chairman of airline operators at Entebbe Airport. These ones will help us in the checking in and airline management. We meet once a month, so we will come any suggestions and proposals, and we are available in case you need any clarification. Thank you so much.
When you get these delegates coming to Uganda, I would like you to understand the economic ecosystem at the time in September. For example, it is hoped by that time Uganda will have achieved what we call the final investment decision in our oil and gas at that time. And Uganda will be a very attractive country to visit by very many business people who want to come and get deals in this business. So it is about that time also, because I see the program goes on 29th. On the 1st and 2nd of October, literally the day or two after the conference, there will be a mineral wealth conference, which is attended by the international one who will come here. So now MPs need to be advised those who are coming who might want to stay and hear something about Uganda's oil and gas conference and also the mineral wealth conference, 1st and 2nd of October, which are just about the same time. More particularly for us, in that, as I'm now speaking as chairman of the Chamber of Mines and Petroleum, we are looking for speakers from important mining countries like Australia, like Canada, like Ghana, South Africa, who are members of the Commonwealth. We would like some of those keynote speakers in our conference, since they will be here, so they could be told to stay a little longer and they can enjoy their stay and go back with a good habits or by way of economic habits, Madam Speaker. So we would like to liaise with your office so that you can give us advice on who are the important speakers in the field of our interest, oil and gas, and mining, agriculture, transport, logistics, things of that nature.
What we have done is to advise the delegates to put in 2 extra days, either to come in advance before the conference or to put in 2 days after the close of the conference. But now that we've made this proposal, we can zero in on the areas where they could take an interest. But we have asked them to put in some 2 days, either early or at the close of the conference. Can we ask the immigration chief to come with the areas you want us to know, which the delegates need to be given comfort, in addition to what Hope has said?
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Your Excellencies, members of Parliament, as immigration, we are ready to handle this event. You are well aware that the airport is undergoing renovation and some construction. So issues of space might be a challenge. The VIP section can only accommodate a limited number of the delegates. But what we are going to do is we are going to have dedicated counters at the arrival, specifically for this conference, where delegates will be fast-tracked. And those who will be applying online are going to have a dedicated team that is going to fast-track their visas. So it shouldn't be a problem at all. That is why we are there. We are going to serve. We are going to uphold the image of the country. Thank you.
Thank you. Right Honourable Speaker, Your Excellencies, would like to invite the High Commissioners to introduce themselves, and we shall pass this microphone from one table to the other so that...
My name is Peter Macharia, the Deputy High Commissioner of Kenya. I would also like to give the apologies of the High Commissioner. He traveled to Nairobi for a different conference. We are happy to be here, and we shall work the Parliament as we go on.
Good morning to you all. My name is Kumeza Mugengi, and I'm from the South African High Commissioner, and I'm the Deputy High Commissioner there. Thank you.
Thank you.
I've already spoken. My name is Eric Armanga. I'm from the Republic of Seychelles. And I think you might have heard already that this weekend the brother of the President of Seychelles, who lives in Uganda, died. So we went with the President's brother, Secretary of State, Kasese, to bury him because the brother is from a Mkonjo mother. So that is, those are the greetings. But I'm also here in another capacity that anytime the Speaker invites me, I will come for any reason.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, for inviting us. My name is Dr. Sisi Blima, Tanzania High Commissioner to Uganda. Sorry I came a little bit late. I thought this event will be taking place in the afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker, for inviting us all for this very important briefing. I'm Pankaj Singhal, representing the High Commissioner of India, and we are looking forward to a very big delegation from India, because apart from the Speaker of the Parliament, we have 29 state legislative assemblies and 2 legislative assemblies in Union territories, so that makes a total of 31. And we are in touch with them, and of course there are some challenges, but we are in touch with Mr. Kosin Opata, who is the Director in Office of the Parliament, and we look forward to a very wonderful and successful conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kadaga. I'm a Consul General for Sri Lanka. I represent Sri Lanka.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Tom Buruku, the Honorary Consul for the Republic of Ghana.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting me. My name is Dr. Amos Nzei, and I'm Honorary Consul for Mauritius. Thank you.
Good morning, Madam Speaker and everybody. I'm Alhaji Habib Kajimu. I'm the youngest honorary consul in this country because I was elected a very few weeks ago, and I represent the Federal Kingdom of Malaysia.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Nicholas Ray. I'm the head of the political team of the British High Commission, representing the British High Commission.
Thank you.
The Honorable Speaker, I'm here. My name is Emmanuel Basi Upe. I'm a minister in the Nigerian High Commission, and I'm here representing my High Commissioner who is away. He went for the inauguration of our President on the 29th of May, and we're expecting him this weekend. But I'm here ably representing the mission. Thank you.
Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, good morning, and everyone present. My name is Maria Odido. I'm the Honorary Consul for Botswana, and I'm also the Secretary for the Honorary Consuls Association. Honorable Speaker, and I don't know who is responsible, but I was looking at the list of nationals of countries who are visa exempt in Uganda. I noticed Botswana is not there. And Botswana and Uganda have a visa reciprocal agreement, in which case Botswanan citizens should have visa-free entry into Uganda. I hope that will be corrected. Thank you.
Honorable members of Parliament, my colleagues, Excellencies, High Commissioners, Ambassadors, Honorary Consuls. My name is Frank Mugambaje. I'm the High Commissioner of Rwanda to Uganda, and currently the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps. I want to explain. I know my friend Kati would explain that he's the youngest but not in age. Deanship means longest stay. You don't apply. You don't sit any exams. It means I've been around for quite some time. Right, Honourable Speaker, let me therefore on behalf of my colleagues take the opportunity to thank you very much for the invitation. But even more particularly, thank you for the detailed briefing that you provided. We appreciate it because it makes it easy for us. Diplomats like to, from my experience, we like to perform our duties with a lot of facilitation, because if we don't get it, we represent a lot of interests and we might find it very difficult. So we get a detailed briefing like this one, it makes work easy for us, and we appreciate and thank you very much for that. Honorable Kadaga should have said that among the people in the parliament, I should have been mentioned that. He knows very well that I became a member of parliament in my country. But anyway, it was a very small issue. It is out of this briefing that we take on, therefore, to make sure that we do our job as a voice, liaise with our national parliaments and all those concerned, so that this very important conference, the 64th, I think it is the 64th conference of parliamentarians, becomes a great success. I particularly find it extremely important because, as you know, Rwanda will be hosting the Commonwealth in 2020, so the interest must be there. It is the commitment that was mentioned by the Right Honourable Prime Minister about the ideals of the Commonwealth, which we must share and benefit from for the good of our people and prosperity of mankind. I thank you very much. I didn't intend to make a long speech. I was simply appreciating. Thank you very much and have a nice morning.
Thank you. I want once again to take this opportunity to thank you for sparing this time to come and support the Speaker in this effort to make sure that we organize a successful Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference.
Could I also ask the members of CPC to kindly join the group? Behind, please join the group and let's have a quick photograph. Chairpersons, please join the group now. The taller ones are invited to go to the back. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.